So you want to remove the bed to your Suzuki Carry. You've come to the right place. I'm going to show you how to remove this bed and just remove it because I want to paint the underside and the frame to keep the rust away. I don't have much, just a bit surface rust, but I don't want it to get worse because I plan on driving this on the salted roads of New England, transporting a snowblower around from my house to my in-laws or whoever needs one. Let's take a look at the obvious things. There are 8 bolts that hold the bed to the frame. So right off the bat you can see these two right here, this one and this one. There's the same on the other side. The hidden one is over here up against the bed, up against the cab. Right there. This one has this little drain thing for your drain hole up here, so that one's kind of hidden. Let me show you on the other side. Right there. There's a bolt. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's the same 4 bolts on both sides, symmetrical, but not so fast. Just because you remove those bolts doesn't mean the bed can come off. You're gonna have to remove electronics like your lights, because these are wired in unless you can disconnect them. You can also disconnect them if you want. There are other things mounted, things like lines. You're gonna have to remove these lines by removing the bracket. You're gonna have to unhook some of these things right here that holds your air box. There's this tube you got to take out. There's your radiator fan, or is that your condenser? I don't know. You're gonna pull those brackets right there on both sides so this thing comes off of the frame. But other than that, there's not many things that are attached. A little bit further back there, you can see that there are some sort of electrical wires or something back there. You have to remove them from those ties. But that's it for this side. On the passenger side, you have so much room. Okay, so on the passenger side, you see all these other attachments right here to remove. And then after that, you should be good. It's just mostly stuff mounted on the bed rails that go perpendicular to the vehicle. So remove those things and your bed will lift right off. A lot of these things are tied on with these reusable zip ties. They are strapped on. You can use your finger to pull the tab and kind of feed them through. You can use a flathead screwdriver if you like, whatever you want, as long as it fits. Sorry, I'm kind of blocking most of the view, but you can see how I tighten it, and I can push the tab and pull it through. And now this is loose. Do the same for everything else, and you're golden. I went around and disconnected everything off of the bed there. I took off all these pieces, all the little brackets that mount the hose. I think I got everything. Oh no, I see something I missed. There's a little zip tie up there I missed. The tricky thing was the condenser here. I thought you could just remove the bracket, but no. You gotta there's these bolts on the side of it with the little round clip thing that holds the edge of this. Undo that, and then on this side, closer to the cab, there's an adjustment bolt here that you can loosen. It'll slide it back, and then the whole thing can drop free. So that was the trickiest part here. I think the second trickiest part is finding everything. The other thing you gotta do is gotta remove the spare tire, because this arm thing that holds it is attached to the frame. I figured it's easier to remove the spare tire now than later, or just take it with me. And I discovered this gem. I never investigated it, but I was looking at this and I'm like, why are there springs here? Look at that. Oops. Oh, mine doesn't stay open anymore. Oh, I have a couple light fixtures to disconnect and some ground lines to disconnect. So just when I thought I was done, I wasn't done. All the major parts are off. As you can see, everything's unhooked. Okay. The furthest most rear bolt on the bed here has a bolt on the top and the nut on the bottom. You'll have to hold that with a 14mm wrench to keep it steady when you undo this. All of them are 14mm. There are 8 bolts total. Oops, missed 2 things. Right here, you see these 2 guys? There's a nut on the other end. I think I gotta take that off. So it seems like the whole thing is loose, except for up there. See? Those 2 bolts go into a plate with a hole, so you gotta lift the middle out of the 2 holes on that plate, and then you should be able to slide the whole thing out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick it up. It doesn't seem that heavy, it's just kind of big and cumbersome. I'm gonna see if I can do it myself, and then I'll rest the bed this side down on top of like a box or something, and then I can do everything else on the frame and the bottom side of the bed. Okay, this needs 2 people to do it. I'm gonna call somebody. Alright, here it is with the bed removed. It's really dirty down here. I'm gonna have to clean all this up before I put any undercoating, paint, whatever, just to keep the rust away if possible. I'm gonna be driving this around in the salty roads of New England here in a few months. It's October now, so actually, yeah, it could be very soon. Let's get this all prepped up. Let's take a look at the bed over there. Happen to have some milk crates around. Perfect. Lay it down, flip it over. I would say this thing probably weighs like less than 120 pounds. It's just really big and awkward. 2 people is highly recommended unless you're like a super strong man that you could probably grip these mounting points and just move it around, but I'm not that strong. So 2 people recommended minimum, maybe 3, someone to help guide where you're going, but I'll get this cleaned up too along with that, and let's get cracking. Here's the bed removed. As you can see, it's gone. It's really dirty under here. It's going to take some work to clean up before I paint this stuff. I hose this all off, got it as clean as I can, and I will prep it for paint tomorrow. It's as good as it'll get, I guess. No bigs if it's not. I'll hit all these rust spots with that rust converter stuff, and it should be all set. Easy enough, right? I'll also have to tape off the sides so I don't get stuff on the side here. And then I gotta take these little rubber nubs off because they're nice, fresh rubber nubs. Thanks for watching. As you can see here, the truck is put back together, so I'm playing catch up on my videos. I hope my video helps you remove your truck bed and help you reinstall it, I guess, because you would do it in reverse. But remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for more.